Hello, my friends. Hello, my friends. Hello again. I am Kyle. My name is Kyle. And here on my channel, Pensando Inglés, I bring you real English. Real English like we speak here in the United States, but it is a little bit slower, clear, so that you can understand, improve your listening skills, and eventually acquire my native language of English. So, today I'm going to talk in intermediate, clear, slow English about some of my favorite TV shows. Okay, some of my favorite TV shows. I am going to tell you what they are, which shows they are, and I'm going to explain a little bit what each of these shows is about so that you can decide, that's interesting, I want to go look for it, or that one doesn't sound very interesting, maybe I'll watch something else. But if you can understand me talking right now like this, that means that you have an intermediate level of English, and it is important that you start to expose yourself to more and more difficult content. And for that, there is nothing better than TV shows and movies. Content made about day-to-day life, okay? Because these day-to-day, everyday, normal situations that happen in TV shows or movies, these are the things that we need to be able to talk about in our lives. So TV shows are an awesome source of content, of input. Once you have that level where you can start to understand a little bit here, a little bit there, I think you should start watching some TV shows in English. Let's talk about some shows. The first show that I am going to talk about is a show that I watched a lot in the past when I was younger. But lately, I started to watch it again when I was writing notes for this video. I was thinking, what are some good shows that I can tell you guys about? And I remembered this one, and I had not watched it for years. So I started watching it again so I could see if I still like it and I still want to recommend it to you guys. And now I watch it sometimes when I'm eating or if I'm just relaxing before bed. And it's funny. Ha ha ha. It's funny. It's a good show and I recommend it. This show is called King of the Hill. King of the Hill is about a man like me, a man named Hank Hill. Hank Hill is a man from the state of Texas here in the US. The show is about his life, his family, okay? And it's funny. It's really a funny show because they make fun and joke about a lot of stereotypes about people who live down south in the US, okay? Kind of a mean word to describe people like that is hillbillies, okay? A hillbilly is somebody who lives in the south of the United States. They speak differently than me. A stereotypical way that a hillbilly might speak is, "Hey y'all, how y'all doing? How y'all doing, okay?" It's very different. I have a lot of family down in the state Tennessee, and they talk like that. But let me tell you guys, hillbillies are not dumb, okay? They just speak a little bit differently, but these people are very smart in their own ways, okay? They know how to survive, how to live off the land, how to hunt and fish. You may think that they are dumb, tontos, because they talk different. These people are smart in their own way, trust me. But you will learn a lot about some stereotypes in the US about people down south if you watch the show King of the Hill. He deals with crazy situations with his family, his wife and his son, and his crazy friends. I highly recommend that you guys check this one out. It is a cartoon, dibujo animado, it's a cartoon, but it's for adults, okay? There is a little bit of bad language, like palabrotas, okay? Not much, just a little bit. So I would not let my young kids watch it with me, but it's good for adults. The next show that I'm going to talk about and recommend to you guys is called That 70s Show. Okay, That 70s Show is a show about a young group of friends that live in the state called Wisconsin. Wisconsin is a state that's pretty close to Indiana where I live. And this is about a group of friends, but in the 70s, los 70. And it's about a group of friends living in that time period in the US, rock and roll, things like that, okay? And they're just dealing with everyday things, friendships, love, relationships, family. This is really a funny show too. And I think it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. I think if you can understand me while I'm talking like this, you will be able to understand a lot of that 70s show. And there is a lot of content. In these shows that I am recommending, King of the Hill, that 70s show, there are a lot of seasons, okay? A lot of seasons, a lot of episodes, many, many, many hours of content, of wonderful native English that you guys can absorb like a sponge, okay? And start to really acquire my language, how natives like me speak it. So that 70s show is awesome. I think you guys will like it. I think you will laugh. Ha 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 ha. Check it out, guys. Check it out. The next show that I am going to recommend. This is definitely, without a doubt, sin dudas, one of the best shows ever made, okay? Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad. Now maybe a lot of you guys have already watched Breaking Bad doblado en español because it was a very popular show, okay? Here in the US, everybody watched Breaking Bad while it was new. When they first made it, everybody, todo el mundo, watched Breaking Bad. And for good reason. I think Breaking Bad is probably the most well-written and best produced show ever. It's like watching a movie every episode, okay? It is intense. It is intense. Oh, what's gonna happen? ¿Qué va a pasar? What's gonna happen? Intense. So Breaking Bad is very intense, very exciting. Your heart will be pounding sometimes, okay? But once again, this one is not for kids or young people. It is about a man who makes drugs, okay? Hace drogas. But it is very interesting. I will tell you a little bit about the story without giving away the whole show, okay? So it's about a man who gets sick. He gets sick. His profession is a school teacher, but he gets sick and he cannot work, okay? But he wants to provide for his family. So he needs money. He's very smart, but he cannot work because he's sick. What do you do? What do you do? He decides to start using his knowledge of chemistry, to start making some very powerful drugs and selling them for money. Okay, now Breaking Bad has drugs, violence, some bad words, palabrotas, but it is truly, truly an incredible show. Almost everybody that I know who has watched Breaking Bad says that it is one of the best shows ever, or the best show ever made. It would be an excellent show for you guys to acquire some real life English, some street English, okay? Some of the more negative things in life, okay? But it's important to be able to understand these things, because if you can't understand when somebody is talking about drugs or violence, you will not be able to understand the news, noticias in Inglés, okay? Current events, things that are happening around the world. So even though it is not very pleasant or nice to hear this more negative side of a language, it is important because not everything in the world is positive, okay? So we need to be able to understand a wide variety of different topics to truly be able to understand and eventually speak and have real conversations in a language. Breaking Bad is awesome, guys. Check it out. And my personal favorite show ever, The Office. The Office. Now, The Office is so popular that maybe you guys have watched it dubbed or doblado in Spanish. But even if you have, I think it is worth it. Vale la pena. I think it is worth it to watch it in English, because there are so many cultural references and jokes that it is just so much better in the original English than it would be in any other language. And that is true of any show. For example, if I watched a show that was originally from Mexico or Spain and I watch it dubbed in English, it is not going to be anywhere near as good as if I watched it in the original Spanish. So The Office, what is it about? The Office is a very funny, hilarious show, okay? It is about a paper company. It's about a company where they sell, venden, they sell paper, and it just follows people around in an office, working, selling paper. But the funniest thing is that the boss, el jefe, the boss at this place, in this office, is tonto, okay? He's an idiot. He's an idiot, and he does so many dumb things, but the characters in the office are so deep, okay? So the manager, he's an idiot, but he's a very loving, generous, and kind person once you get past the dumb stuff. So the characters in the office keep on developing and getting deeper, and they all have a different story, okay? There's so much character development in the office that it's really incredible. And The Office really has episodes about everything, okay? Everything. Love, relationships, family, drama at work, okay? Relationships at work, secret relationships. But guys, I truly think that this is a master work, okay? It's a masterpiece, this show. It is. The people who wrote this show are truly comedic geniuses, in my opinion. I have watched The Office, the whole series, over and over and over because I love it. And it's really a special show to me because during some times of my life when I was going through very difficult and hard things, before I would go to bed, after a difficult day, I would lay down, put The Office on the TV, and it kind of comforts me, okay? Because I know what these shows, I know all the episodes, I know what's going to happen, but it's still funny, I still love it, and it's just a wonderful show in my opinion. It's hilarious, but it can also be very touching and deep as well, okay? So guys, if you are only going to watch one of these, I personally recommend The Office because I think it's an incredible show and there's so much variety in the different things that happen over the seasons that you will get so much different input about a variety of topics. Alright guys, those are my recommendations for some shows that you guys can watch to help you in your journey of acquiring English. I hope you guys enjoy them. And for the assignment of this video, la tarea de hoy, I want you guys to write down below in the comments in English. Write and tell me, have you seen any of these before? And if you have not seen these shows, which one of these sounds the most interesting for you? Ok, mis amigos queridos, como siempre, muchísimas gracias por ver. Nos vemos pronto.